Gaming Dad.
Hello and welcome, human folk. I'm Gaming Dad, and today I want to show you Evolution, the video game. Evolution is a digital adaptation of a board game under the same name, or as some people might call it, the Evolute game. It's a game about a dynamic ecosystem and trying to get your species to the top of it by adapting their traits and body size and population and eating other species or eating the most food that is left at the watering hole. The guys at North Star Games, the publisher of the board game, has made a Kickstarter for the digital version of it, and they gave me a copy to show it to you. So let's do that. I'm gonna be skipping tutorial. I'm gonna be playing a quick game. The current version is still in beta, so a lot of things is missing, but it has a great promise, I think. In the quick game you can choose a number of opponents. AI opponents for now, there's no multiplayer. Easy, medium, hard. Let's play with one easy and two mediums. Hard, I actually lose against hard, so I don't want to lose today. The Professor. Well, it doesn't say D, it's just Professor. Okay. Round 1. So the game of Evolution is played in multiple rounds. It's essentially a card game. You have a hand of cards with traits on them, and you spend these cards on multiple things. One thing you spend it is to provide food for the upcoming round. There's the value in the top left corner. For example, fertile is a really good trait, but it also provides 6 food were I to place it right now. Another way to spend your cards on, well, we'll talk about it when we get to it. So let's just put free food in. Then you get to play your cards. Or rather, the AI goes and plays in turn order, and then you can play your cards. I think you can also play it at the same time. One thing you can do with your card is to play it as a trait on your animal. Everybody does it secretly. You can obviously see what trait you played, but I can't see what my opponents have played. This will get revealed later in the round. Next thing you can, cooperation actually is nice trait, so we're gonna play both this and this here. The next thing you can do is add a new species. The more species you have, the more cards you get at the beginning of next round. So you want to build a little bit of quite a bit number of species, but then you also need to have them fed and make sure that they don't die from the predators. Once you're done playing all your cards, you can click end turn. You don't need to spend all your cards, you can keep some of them for later. Then there's a feeding part of the round, where all the food comes out and everybody gets a chance to eat. So, with traits, having cooperation means every time I feed, I will share one food to the right. So if I were to eat with this species, I would only eat once. But now that I have this one, I can just eat with him, and it will feed the other species, and I'm done for the turn. The species who didn't eat extinct or lose that many population. If they had more population. You win the game by having the most victory points. you get, and victory points is food. So right now I got 2 victory points. My opponent across from me got 3. To the left got 1, and to the right got 2 as well. And we're on to the next round with selecting food. I'm gonna be playing a lot of herbivores, so I would like to put a lot of food in. Let's put this guy. I'm gonna make a new species, so he's making a bigger body size, which means maybe he's going carnivore. So let's have ambush here. Let's have burrowing, which prevents him from being attacked. And let's start increasing our population size somewhere. Or maybe we want another species. Let's try for one more. So quite a bit of food. We can gobble up too. And feeding goes around the table until everybody has had a chance to eat. And we're all done. And now, thanks to my fertile, I will get 1 more population. This little guy is a first player marker. It means I'm going first this time, so I'm gonna eat a lot of food, hopefully. Cooperation I want to keep. I want to put some food. I don't want to be a carnivore. Let's put that in. Alright, so we're gonna get cooperation. This means if this, when he eats, he eats. When he eats, he eats as well. Maybe let's start putting a little bit bigger people. Let's put this guy in. Maybe fat tissue here. Increase a little bit of body size. Increase a little bit of population. There's not gonna be a lot of food, that's the problem. Okay, let's add a little bit. You want a bigger population because that means you can eat more, that means you can get more points at the end or each round. But you also need to, as you can see, you need to spend the cards some, or you want to spend the cards everywhere. And we get 1 carnivore. So carnivores can only eat animals that have smaller body size. In addition to that, there's defensive traits, like for example ambush, which means the carnivore must, or warning call, the carnivore must have ambush to be able to attack any of these species. This guy has horns, which means the carnivore will lose 1 population when it attacks him. And that way your species need to adapt and the carnivores adapt. And the whole system, as in the ecosystem, evolves. So for now the carnivore can eat this guy, but he doesn't want to yet. Let's gobble up more food. Yep, so he attacks. When he attacks, he gains food equal to the body size. And removes 1 population from from the animal it kills, or from the species it eats. Okay, I think we have enough species for now. Let's try to make sure that they're alive. Which means I need to put a lot of food in. Let's put carnivore. Okay, they're probably he's probably defending. Hopefully we're not getting any more carnivores. Foraging is awesome with cooperation, which means which means he's gonna get more food and he's gonna get more food and so forth. What else we have? Fat tissue, pet hunting. These are not so nice for me, but I don't want any more species because I don't think we're gonna get to live a lot longer. So let's just try to increase the population a bit and body size to be more. Oh, we can store fat on this guy. Okay, let's see how that goes. Long neck is an amazing trait which lets you receive food not from the watering hole. So you're independent of what happens here. Okay, we eat here, 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 here. So as you can see, these guys won't die out just yet. But this guy is gonna go home hungry again. And the carnivore couldn't eat anybody because I don't know, he should have been able to eat this guy. I didn't pay attention. The game ends when there's when the cards run out. So oh, scavenger and foraging. Let's get rid of this one. Or I don't want to get rid of this one, but it will make a lot of food, and I want a lot of food in. So long neck is really nice. Let's add foraging to that. Let's put a hard shell on you, making you more difficult to eat. And then let's add population here, because you can eat at least 2. Let's add body size here, and let's add population. Or do I want? Let's add population here. I'm wondering whether or not, if he has foraging, he gives 2 food here. So let's test it. Oh, there's gonna be a big animal. That's not good for me. And he has ambush. Okay, I don't think my species will survive for long. Okay, what? Ah, interesting, because he had foraging, he also got extra. And that's, oh, that wasn't a lot of food. Okay, interesting. So we lost the species, but then got 2 extra cards for that. So now, I don't think this fertile is working out for us. Let's make them borrowing instead. You can replace traits, and Well, let's increase body size. I'm not even looking or so he can't get attacked. He can still get attacked, but I don't think I can make him big enough to just not be attacked. So we'll see how I did. 23 for now. That's not a lot, but okay, we start eating with you as always, because you can share your food and you share a lot of food. And this will make you share more food. And then the final scoring. Apparently I did win. Player 1, Huben. 50 points, 34 from food gathered through the game. Then you get extra points for population and traits. You can play new game or go to main menu. And that's how you play Evolution. And that's how you play Evolution, the video game. As I said, it's still in beta. There's a Kickstarter right now. You can get your Android copy or iPhone copy for as little as $4. If you spend more than 10, you're getting an extra copy through the Kickstarter stretch goals, and they're gonna be adding Cataclysm or expansion, I think it's called. The beta release is somewhere in October, and then the game is set to be released in 2018. You can change your profile pictures if you want. That looks like me. No. Let's keep this one. So for now, there's not a lot. There's a good tutorial that walks you through. Although I think it gives you kind of a bad idea of how much food you can put out and how much you can calculate. But it slowly walks you through all the different cards and what do they do. Well, that's it from me. I hope you liked it. Think about if you want to support North Star Games and get Evolution, the video game. I know I did. Thank you. Bye bye.